Mesa so Emma Obibiara Aquaba Beam, Eddie by in Channel Casey, a subscriber subscriber message now with me subscriber to so Eddie Amamina Diacoso or Manco Kugana Bri, any Abribian ba Ebija tomorrow's when you be now what you instead of it to a one Amobusian Sambi, a Coso, NPP, Amanu Konum, on the 31st of a January, on the Quaco to Abano, Eddie flag bearer, Eddie Ama NPP, Amanu Kunu Arches, Siciano, Ubia, a Ahumwana, 5 contestants in Nam, a Ahumboa, Enya Asanketo Akran Busian. Sisiano omudi update afoforo bi ababeto emonten so na se me nsa omre kra no yebekọ akwakoji enu enchire mu ne yeba dia kanina no mede ba be ka ho
Global Info Analytics ma drop a new survey na we call into the survey na ma breaking it down the amount saying na neoma city and then saying na neoma esi echo. Mind you, this survey is not a guarantee say nipakra odi kan ewo survey nim no automatically ono na ebedi kan ewo abato no yeto a na asa amonuko no koto abana that any guarantee say nipakra no odi kan wo survey nim no ono a na ebedi kan ewo abato nim. It is a guide to let us know said NPP amonuko no omo edwin, because even if you look at the survey itself, it will tell you some people their decisions are undisclosed, some others just say omo no, they are not too sure, and so all of that put together, anything can change at any time. But then with respect to said CC and the responses are abano no na yedin chirimu no, and so the brono who said the nyoma, and so as far as election no for a year concern na per Global Info Analytics omo survey for omo edi abano chere se sisi aye kase no, the former vice president of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahama Dubaumia ono na elidi NPP flag bearer race no na per latest survey for a drop no chere se Dr. Alhaji Mahama Dubaumia sabre no 73% and Sabri for the percentage of winning, and as any person top and the man looking at the percentage wise, you see, 73% and Atimi Akudru. Sabi Oshe said Nioma AC Aircona. I think said it is very much positive compared to a previous service I did kind Ebetoja Fabebi na Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Wamian 56%, Fabebi dropping down to 55%, and then all of that. And now latest survey no HRS could do 73% no na HRS Sisiano Ipa and as NPP amunoko Emma omo inya enka Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Dubaumia ebedi omanim going into the 2028 election no. You see nipa no omo numbers no hria na egusua ehuri kwa kire se enye asem ketwa na Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Dubaumia a odikan no ono efiri hono ma nipa otosumienu Honorable Kennedy Ohene Japan, former member of parliament for Asin Central ono na ebusanfo otosu mienu na sabre ni vote sabre crown no a drop here chese sabre no and also ne dia asese a owo no 19% as compared to previously. I think just recently ni per savie betu no sabre no on the percentage wise ni per percent to aba no e ma no na chese omu koso kakra sabre otimi ko nanim ko do 20, I think almost 30%. Chese it was very much positive for him chese ni nyina no na share the new besi akọ, because me can say looking at this election any guarantee it might be say ene me say we meto ma Honorable Kennedy Japan edi echina, because some people, unless the election is held today, for them to know say and when near to no, there can be changes at any time. And looking at that, Honorable Kennedy Japan Sabri in the votes no, and Asabri Akuwi 19%. And then looking at Dr. Brian Champon on also the 5%. Dr. Brian Champon 5%. Then Dr. Yao Osei Educhum and Dr. Yao Osei Educhum on also 2%. And Nafi Kwabene Japan and also the 1%. And to say, and Nioma esi etie, and the 5 candidates are contested NPP amonyoko nim no say na the in terms of percentage say na nyoma esi etie Dr. Alhaji Mahama de Bawumia pejaba nim at sabrenya asem ketwa e dia kodu 73%. 73% now head ya can out imu say wide no gap no very very wide at say enye asem ketwa. And then looking at honorable Kenya Japan with 19%, Dr. Bane Champon 5%, Dr. Yaseduchum 2%, and then Kwabena Japan 1%. So the latest global info analytics report on Diaban, unlike previous reports, it didn't leave out the percentage for undecided and undisclosed, thereby giving a broader picture of the likely outcome of the NPP primaries. Share previous survey for that one, the percentage for undecided and undisclosed, they were left out. But then this time, so that Ghana for NPP Monoko Nima a clear picture, a broad picture of the likely outcome. Said the medical can we guarantee as to nipa they are winning, but then it is telling us the possible winner, the possible outcome of the election, and a clue about who is likely to win. That is how things are. So in this latest report, which did not account for as much as 20% of the delegates who were either undecided or not ready to disclose their vote, Dr. Bawumia was in a 45% lead, while Kennedy Japan had 31% with huge 20% to fight for, saying and Neoma ECTA. So this is a new one, Abba. But then for the Kansas Siano, the reports and answer the survey they can buy before say we and so ebetoja. So Osha Entina Meka say Osha said the Neoma si Kona. I think things are very much positive for the former vice president, because who compare previously reported by before the we are today now Oshe said the university talking about Dr. Alhaji Mahama de Bawumia being or having 45% lead, Kenya Japan 31% lead, and then said the university I think it was very much close, but then now Kenya Japan I drop it to 19%, so from 31% to 19%, and then Dr. Alhaji Mahama de Bawumia from 45% to 73%, which means the gap is widening now. I think it is in favor of the former vice president. But however, in the latest report, has seen Bawumia in a commanding lead, with Kenya Japan significantly dropping. So Oshe election now to be held on the 31st of January 2026. Sisi anohe mraka na etrese mraka no ishapa etrese nyasem keto. And then looking at survey akoso. So ending 2025 and put Dr. Alhaji Mahama de Bawumia in such a commanding league. So yeah, a free first, second, third economy. You better say the name Besiako. So if Dr. Alhaji Mahama de Bawumia would go on to be in such a commanding lead, or Biana we don't know. But then that is the report for Sabri yensa eka inchirimuno yes de bremo. So Osha we report we has to do with MPP, because MPP amonyokono and Kotoba. But on our site say global info analytics omo the survey for NPP betu granene omo de kan ho. So in other focus of the survey ne omanya on one side say NPP for nko, they also in one way or the other generalize it for Ghanaians to test Ghanaians as to nipa nume contest about one the amonyoko Ghana for not only amonyoko NPP, the Ghana for a person who lead the Ghana for a person who lead the amonyoko NPP ahead of the 2028 election. Ni na nebisa for ne ka ho. So